Welcome back to SmackDown Vs Raw 2006 GM mode. I am your host, attackslug, and yesterday a minor win for SmackDown. I now have Kurt Angle, your Olympic hero, and Raw has Batista. Also, if I go look at the rosters here and check on yonder free agency, that 1 week for Mr. Shelton Benjamin, he has just got a week on Raw, and then they dropped him. So Raw didn't want none of the gold standard on their show, and maybe I'll get it back at some point, but right now we're focused on our next bit of a business, which is indeed building 2 more rivalries. I have 4, I think, right now that I am good on. I need 2 more to have that full 6 rivalries in the deal. So I have Triple H, Mankind. I have Taker and Shawn. I don't have Cruisers. I have Angle and Cena, and I have Big Show, Randy Orton. That should be good for those, but I want RVD and Christian for the Cruiserweight title, and again, I keep booking Kane and Jericho, but it's not a feud yet. But why? So, I do know on the roster we have one very unsatisfied Doctor of Thugonomics, John Cena, and he wants a title opportunity. But I also know that unsatisfied is not the highest level. It's unsatisfied and then angry. And he's not angry yet. So John Cena will have to wait on this particular juncture. Now then, we do also need Mankind to win, Ray to win, and Shawn to win. And we'll see how that goes on the show today. But let's check on my champions, Taker, Booker and Randy, Kane, and RVD. You'd think that Kane beating Jericho in that match would make a rivalry, but no, it did not. We need to actually have that stupid promo for that business. So, the business today is going to be emails. Now, actually, also on my roster, what is my contractual obligations? Big Show in 2 weeks. But we want Big Show and Randy as a major feud here, so certainly I'll sign Big Show for another $200,000 for 5 more weeks. We have a lot of contracts in 3 weeks to refill, and that's going to be costly for SmackDown. So, in Portland, Oregon, let's head in here, second week of the month, heading towards the Raw show Unforgiven, and we have some things to book. Number 1. Our first promo spot is going to be starting a freaking rivalry between Chris Jericho and Kane. Why it wouldn't work before, I have no idea. No earthly idea. But that one needs to happen. Number 2, we're going to need the cash from that merchandise sponsorship. That brings us to our main event. Now, last time was a handicap match for Taker and HBK, so back to being a one-on-one should be good for their burgeoning rivalry. And I think they're okay on stamina. I always forget who's doing what on their stamina. So Ray can have a week off. RVD's working this week in a singles match. Jericho, yeah, he's up there. But then Triple H, Mankind, John Cena, William Regal. And then just down. Michaels is almost empty here. And Taker is kind of the same. So they can actually get a little bit wild here on this broadcast. Both Taker and Shawn are good at Hell in a Cell. We're not doing Hell in a Cell on a random SmackDown this week. I don't want to risk running any more potential injuries on this broadcast. What we can do here is potentially do a submission match between the Dead Man and the Showstopper. So regular submission matchup here between the Demon of Death Valley and Mr. WrestleMania, going head-to-head once again. So, submission match on that. Then, in match 5, we have our Triple H and Mankind, and their last match was that 5-way. So they can actually get back into a proper singles regular match between Triple H and Mankind, who Triple H's stamina is a bit up there. And the goal here is to make Triple H lose because Mankind needs to win. Match number 4, so if the Big Show and Randy Orton thing is part of the tag title feud, then we should do that at least once here. So it's going to be a tag team title match, and it's going to be our champions, Randy Orton and Booker T versus The Big Show and the Rated R Superstar Edge. So 89, 82, 70, and 70 for those tag team titles on the line on the show today. Now, match number 3. I know we have the promo for Jericho and Kane. They're still working a match. We need it to be a thing here on this show. So again, back to a regular singles encounter between Jericho and Kane to start off this feud, even though it's been running for a couple of weeks now anyway. But hey, video games, man. Video effing games. Now, there's your promo, there's your match. That's how wrestling works. I know John Cena wants his title match. It's not going to happen today, but also, this is the first match, the first meeting, the first regular one-on-one meeting here between John Cena and Kurt Angle. So that one stays regular and normal. And match number 1 is, I hope, to start a rivalry here between Rob Van Dam, yes, and Christian, who are both cruiserweights in this game. So there we go with that. That means this show does have all 6 of my intended rivalries. That one I'm hoping starts for that cruiserweight title, then Angle versus Cena, then a promo, then Jericho and Kane, then Randy and Booker versus Big Show and Edge, then merchandise, then Triple H Mankind, and finishing with Taker and Shawn submissions match, non-title. Actually, you know what? Title match. Big SmackDown here, heading towards Unforgiven. Why not? And considering the demands of the roster, it might need to be influenced by yours truly to make things go in the SmackDown direction, upwards over Monday Night Raw. Let's lock it in and go. Match number 1, Christian versus RVD Cruiserweight title. Who's it gonna be? Christian, the new Cruiserweight champion. Hopefully starting that rivalry. We'll see. Kurt Angle, John Cena. It is Angle beats Cena. Now, Jericho versus Kane, non-title. And now finally in a rivalry, and it is Chris Jericho beating Kane. Randy Orton, Booker T versus Big Show and Edge tag team titles. And new! That is 2 for 2 on champions on this show. Now, Triple H, Mankind. We need to play as the game and lose the game. Triple H is fighting dirty, and Mankind is fighting clean. And if I can do what I did yesterday for Kurt Angle, which is lose just about immediately and get squashed, that gives Mankind his win. We can hopefully get Shawn Michaels his win, and all that remains is Ray, and he's kind of not in a feud right now, but also John Cena wants that title match. So I would hope with all of these singles matches that will lower the fatigue a little bit, and therefore I can have the option to do a fatal 4-way for the world title tomorrow. So that's kind of the current plan in terms of my GM brain here and what's going on as the game makes his way to the ring. He's just that damn good. Spitting the water. Getting my bottle of water. It's fine. Get there, game. Take your sweet time on that entrance, cause shovel style. It's what you do, right? It's what you do. So here we go. Get ready for, I'm not gonna spit here, but get ready for the spit from the game. Looking around and getting it done, but I have a spoiler here for you, Mr. H's, and that is, you gonna lose. Perhaps you are the King of Kings, but on this day, Mankind, the hardcore legend, gonna take you out to that woodshed and get it done. Tony Chimmel. Alright, enough of that. Get to the ring. Meanwhile, his opponent. I saw these two men fight in Madison Square Garden at Royal Rumble 2000. I was there in the building for that show. They had a street fight. It was nuts. So yes, Mrs. Foley's baby boy. And here we go. I'm hoping that not fighting back means a very fast match for Mankind to very quickly defeat me, backdrop, and get this show continuing on its merry way. But if he takes too long, then it's time to get out that under the ring equipment, right? The shovel, the chair, the sledgehammer, if you will. Because right now, Mankind is not doing it as fast as Kurt Angle did to William Regal yesterday on this. Like, his meter's not going up. Why? Why is his meter? All right, look. I tried, right? Mick, I gave you a shot to get things done in under a minute, and you've failed me to do so. The arm wrench. Now, my goal is get out of the ring and get myself disqualified. Neck breaker. You're getting up there, but it's not quite where it needs to be. Foley. Cactus Jack, Dude Love. What button is leave the ring? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, there's a reversal. Oh, all right. There. Thank you. I'll take it. So, no, don't follow me out here. Come on now. I want to get disqualified and or counted out. Either way, there it is. The ring bell. Why is it under the ring? DQ'd. Mankind wins. And that brings us to our main events. And while I considered playing as Taker and getting tapped out, that might just take entirely too long. And so we leave it to chance. Because again, Shawn is just content. He's not unsatisfied. He's not angry. He is content. Therefore, that win can come later as we simulate this business. And Taker wins as you assumed he might. So unfortunately, Shawn not getting that win. It is what it is. The question is, did this SmackDown beat Monday Night Raw? Fan change? No, we didn't. 20K back to Raw. New champions, tag teams, new deals. That was a 3.5-star Raw and a 3.5-star SmackDown. So yeah. That's what that is. I tried to do what I tried to do, and it did not quite get there. But we have some new beginnings here as we build these 6 solid rivalries. Let's check on the rosters. Let's check on the rivalries. 6. I'm hoping it's the 6 I want. Triple H, Mankind. Good. Taker and Shawn. Good. RVD and Christian actually started. Good. Kurt Angle, John Cena, good. Jericho, Kane, good. And Big Show, Randy Orton, good. So now it's just, all right, work those in enough variety to get all 6 feuds to 3 thumbs, if I can. I'm going to say this one, maybe not because they're so low in the actual overall in their popularity, but that kind of is what it is at a certain point. So let's check on the reports. Raw, what'd you do? 2 stars, 2.5, 3. 4, Andre Batista Eddie. 4, Steve Austin and Bulldog. And oh my god, Bret Hart did not do a 4-star match? Is that finally breaking the curse here? Bret versus Rock with Trish Stratus? Like, wow. They actually managed in Blackpool, England to not get a match that was 4 stars or more. Now, of course, these ones here, you gotta worry about. But in the meantime, over on SmackDown, we got 2.5, 3.5, 3, 3, 4, and 4. So I think it's going to be Taker and Shawn, then Triple H Mankind, then Angle and Cena, and then kind of, all right, that's kind of the order here for these matchups to maximize your top stars at the top of the card, is the plan. I'm not sure if that actually influences your overall, but it's kind of, a smart thing to do at a certain point. So if I can get to 4 here overall on the whole card, these 2 need to be more and higher, but again, it is what it is. Fan support, we're still just in that narrow zone of not actually gaining or losing, just at a standstill, at a deadlock here. Oh boy. So rosters. Okay, let's see. Of course, John Cena is still unsatisfied. He wants that title. Michaels still wants that win. Triple H, what do you want? A title shot. Of course he does. So, I feel like, right, when this says, hey GM, how about a title shot? That could be mid-card or world. But with John Cena, when he has the actual logo, that might mean the world, like the big title. So I'm not really sure on that, but that seems like when I have guys that say this and I give them a shot at the US title, they kind of don't care. They want that world title shot. So again, could be multiple fatal four-ways upcoming here as folks get more and more upset. But also, fatigue, its RVD is up there. Everybody else is kind of just doing pretty good, all things considered. Anyhow, that's it for today. I am your host, attackslug. More videos right here. Tune in. I'll be here doing it somehow, some way. I'll see you next time. And I'm out.